And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Since there are concerns about voting, you've heard them from those two elected officials here in Harris County. You need to know when you can vote early here in Texas, and that begins next week, October 24th. Joining us now here on The Factor Uncensored is League of Women Voters President Annie Benefield. They are a non-partisan. They don't get involved with politics. They don't take sides. They're just here about the process. So for those who are concerned, first of all, what is the window of opportunity to vote in Harris County?
The window of opportunity to vote in Harris County begins October 24th and goes through November 4th in terms of early voting, and then on Election Day, which is November 8th. So that's the window of opportunity for
And
voting.
the actual election is?
November 8th.
Okay, got it.
Got it.
Now, for those who have not registered to vote, it's too late.
Yes, for this election, I would suggest that you still go ahead and register for the next election because we always have any elections. So major local elections will take place next year for city council and mayor. Those kind of election, Harris County school districts and things of that nature will be on the ballot for next year. So it's never too late to register.
Now, you guys don't take either side when it comes to Democrats or politics at the League of Women Voters. But when you hear the state of Texas is sending inspectors in, your thoughts on that? Or do you decline? It's up to you.
The reality is that the League of Women Voters has no position with regards to that particular comment. We just want to make sure that everybody gets out and casts their ballot. Every citizen has the right to participate in the political process unencumbered. So we're encouraging people not only to vote Election Day, but actually exercise the right to vote doing early voting, to take the opportunity to vote early because you don't know what might happen between now and Election Day.
Exactly. And so what are some of the concerns you're hearing early at your offices here in Texas?
Well, actually, people are calling more often than not. They would be calling, checking on their registration status, and we tell them to go to votetexas.org or actually go to Harris Vote. If you live in Harris County, you go to harrisvote.com and find out whether you're registered to vote. It's an easy, simple process. So that's the first thing you need to do is find out make sure your registration status is up to date.
And for those who don't do it, they could find themselves, you know, when they go to vote early or Election Day, just standing outside. So it's important to figure out if you've been purged or not. So my question is, how soon are you purged from the list or you're taken off the list if you don't vote? Not that anything unusual happened, it's just that you haven't voted in quite some time.
If you haven't voted in quite some time, I would suggest that you check your registration status. You could be suspended, but it will require, they send something periodically out to you in terms of a notification. You need to respond to that, and that's a simple process to get off the suspension list if you haven't voted in a long time. They send something out to you. If it comes back to them, then they can place you in the suspension status because you didn't respond back to the inquiry that came out to you. And that could be due to the fact that you move. If you change your address, then the paperwork didn't follow you where you end up because, you know, the change of address, the referral process and mailing doesn't last very long in that respect. And it's probably not one of those pieces of mail that's referred that will be forwarded to a different address than you already have if you relocate it. I suggest that every voter go to votetexas.gov and check on their voter registration status so they will be up to date, so they'll know exactly. And I suggest also, the League of Women Voters suggests that people make a plan. Decide what day, what time you're going to go and cast a ballot.
Really quick, you stayed up late with us. You have an event tomorrow. Tell us about that, and we're going to put the information up.
Okay. The first thing, my event.
Yes, tomorrow.
Early voting rally. We're having the League of Women Voters in collaboration with a number of great partners, the NAACP, the Houston Area Urban League, Texas Children's Hospital, 100 Black Women of Distinction, a whole succession of people will be Saturday at Emancipation Park, October 22nd from 1 to 4. We will have information. Actually, the best thing about one of the things that's going to happen is that we're going to have the Poet Laureate, Miss Avalon Hogan, there to talk about why she votes as a young person. In addition to that, the Harris County election administrators are going to bring a machine so people can practice voting.
Oh, that's
because
great. That's great.
if you have not voted,
and these are new machines, so
new
you
machine.
need that practice.
If you have not voted, if you didn't vote last year in December in the runoff contest, or in March in the primary, or the runoff in May, this will be your first opportunity to experience the new machines.
All right.
And so to come and practice, so you will know exactly what you need to do to make it perfect, because you want your vote to count.
Tomorrow, 1 to 4 p.m.,
1 to 4.
Emancipation Park.
Absolutely.
And just Google it. If you don't know, you know where Emancipation Park is. Thank you, Annie, because you stayed up late. We went back and forth if you would come, and you came because this was an important issue to you. Thank you so much.
And to say that early voting starts October 24th through November 4th. Make sure you get out and vote doing early voting, or don't wait till Election Day, because things do tend to happen.
All right. Thanks
Okay.
a lot, Annie.
Thank you.
Wait, don't go anywhere. We got a whole show to finish. Be still.